So this is a tune that obviously he knew just like we know it in its other version, its major version. I'm trying to think about what the various characters could be for this movement or approaches to this. Mahler writes a few different things about it. One thing he says is it should sound a little bit like the funeral musicians. There's usually about 3 of them who are following the casket through the streets, and they make this sad music. I'm James Ross. I'm the Orchestra Director of the National Youth Orchestra USA, and I'm pleased to be here in Purchase. Today's rehearsal is special in a number of ways. First of all, it's being live streamed out to the world on Mahler's birthday, and we're going to be rehearsing Mahler's first symphony in the 4th day of our residency here at Purchase, where we're performing and working on the Mahler first. Well, any conductor who plans what's going to happen at a rehearsal is only faking it. We're not a choreographed art. So the ideas come up over the course of the piece, called out by the piece and by the playing that's going on in front of you. I think I'm a conductor who has like a wide palette of comfort, working different ways with people. One that maybe I'm attracted to a little bit is a use of imagery that might come a little bit more from the world of theater. And that's just asking people to consider a scenic or a context around, a scene or a context around a music that can change your sensation of how it actually feels to play it. Somehow it always struck me as strange that all of our work and the process of making something come together is hidden from the audience, and that they only see the final results, which can be very impressive and beautiful. But for me, I've always been interested in the path that an orchestra takes to get there, and that path has lots of turns and corners and sudden moments when it starts to flow, and then moments of frustration. And for me, that connects with the actual music making. Like that if you can perceive what is behind that, in the performance which we'll do afterwards of Mahler 1, any audience member who was aware what we've been through or how we personalize things is going to see some of the technique, I would say, behind making a performance hopefully be a great one. In a symphony like Mahler, there's so much questioning going on in the music itself, and so much potential and belief, I think, from Mahler that these tunes mean the world. They mean the world to him and potentially to everybody who hears it. So it is part of our job to personalize his music and his phrases and his notes enough so that they can really just go straight to the heart of everybody who hears it, and that we perceive it as coming from our own hearts as well. So in that regard, there's nothing else for us to do in a Mahler symphony except for try and make these notes change the world and make the world a better place. Okay, let's do pretend sad. Although you guys have sounded beautifully sad sometimes in my rehearsals. Okay, now we're going for nice pretend sad. Okay, make it a little bit funny or something like a parody. 2, 3, and 4. Now, guys, we're going to start at the top of the movement. Despite all these different things, Mahler actually says that he thinks that this should not be sarcastic, should not be ironic. Despite that picture, he wants this to actually be really, really heartfelt. Like it's not just, a musician following it, but it's actually someone that you know or that you have lost, that you are sort of ushering away from yourself. Let's start now at the top of the movement and play as he writes it, okay? play it well, it should be mesmerizing. So I need Tam Tam to enter. You are involved here. And I need the same oboe E-flat clarinet. So can I just see who's the E-flat clarinet now? Great, okay. Can I hear the two of you, the third bar of 14, please? You obviously aren't in the sad world as much. You're in the little bit spiteful world, okay? Oboe of expression. Oboe and E-flat clarinet, third of 14 is 3 and 4. Can you feel the rhythm? Yum, ga ba bum bum. Yum, ga dum dum dum. Ga di ba bum. Can feel a little bit like a tango, okay? Same thing, 3 and 4. I wouldn't ya da da ya ga da da da. Let's not head towards double dotting, okay? So keep it. Now we got quite loud around 4 with our expression sort of growing and the sound growing. Can we actually keep the context basically pianissimo and still make it mean more and more, all right? Could we start please from 2 bars before 4? That's really good. That's really good. Mr. Gillinson was impressed as he heard it yesterday, and just the shifting on the double bass. I mean, basically, a whole step is almost a shift, okay? So to be able to play things with this size shifts and actually still make it seem lyrical is a special gift. Thank you. Oddly, in the latest version of the score, as you may have heard, it says that's not a solo for double bass, that's a soli for all the double basses at once. We're not going to do it that way, except for right now, meaning could I have all the basses play the solo? The last, of course, says very carefully, no, this is everybody, all right? So we'll go back to it being 1 after this, but let's just start it one more time with the whole section doing it maybe the way Mahler wrote it, but at this point there's so few solos for double basses, we're not going to steal it from you guys, okay? And that's a good thing for your future also. Top, one more time, okay? Let's see if we can keep it down like this. And just before we start, if you can just think of somebody who you, or something that you lost, and play this as a little elegy for them. job, guys. Bravo bass section. You are a luxury. So, I really want to take a little time. Ya, gaji, gaji, gaji. Then we roll into it like a good folk musician, okay? Oboes, you're the first one to model that for us. Ya, gade, gade, gada, gada. And it should have a little bit more folk character swing, okay? The deep sadness of the introduction sort of moves into a little bit of a more of a dance thing. I mean, one thing to do when you're sad is just sort of dance out your sorrows, and there may be a little bit of that going on here too. Could I have more character now that we own an E-flat clarinet, or have one here? From 6, the mix of bassoon and E-flats. Could I have the E-flats, right? Just you guys? There's 2 of them, right? From number 6 is, and saucy. Could you vibrate more? Could you do it a little bit more klezmer in style? Somehow loosen up the sound. Is, and 1. Good. Again, a tango kind of feel, all right? It needs to be a little bit more exaggerated. You're very nice sounding, all right? Could you actually be a little bit dirtier sounding? Let's have that with bassoon. Is it bassoons or bassoon? Looks like it's 2 bassoons, okay? Same spot. 6, parodi, with you guys. Is, and 1. Good. You guys are rushing across the 3rd beats. Ya, gacha, ga-di-da, la, ga-da. Spread out each of the 3rd beats as far as you can, okay? Could we do pick up to the oboe spot? So we're going to start 2 bars before 5, please. 2 before 5. They're asked to take a little bit of extra time here, so circle those last 4 pizzas so we don't rush them. Just accompany them, okay? Great. Trumpet, also a little bit of a singier style, okay? It's very nice what you do. Don't make a crescendo in the 3rd bar. If you can, anti-gravitational. Come away as you go up, all right? Yeah. Gajim, gajim. Can you guys have a little more fun goosing those notes? 3 upbeats to 5. 3 upbeats to 5. 1, 2. Good. 1 again. 1, 2. It's hard to get it to speak, isn't it? Right? So can you actually communicate as much to each other as you connect to me? Is 1, 2. Good. One more time. Do it without me. 1, 2. Okay, so let's try with second leading. With second leading the entrance, just because it's a lower note. Is you lead it? 1. That may be a little safer, actually, even though normally it's you're in charge, actually. With whoever has the harder note, let them, because they'll be more sure they're speaking, okay? Great. 1 bar before 5, everybody. 1 before 5 is, just 1 before, is 1, and good guys. The color of the sound here has to be more Eastern European. I'm not sure I can explain exactly what that difference is in sound, but it's a kind of beautiful ethnic color to the sound itself, all right? If you know any Eastern Europeans, if you have any Eastern European relatives, play from that part of your DNA or your friendship circle right now, okay? Ya-da-da. Let's do it right from the upbeat to number 7, please. Little warmer sound in the first, please. Ya-da-da. And we go deeply into the G on the downbeat, okay? Warm sound, upbeat to 7. 2, 3. Take more time to play. They have to hear the play. Da da ta. So we gotta probably start it earlier, right? Otherwise you don't catch. Di da ta di da ta ta da dum. Can I just have violins here? 3 before 7 is 1 and 2 and. Good. Can you really start out here so we have da da ta. By the time you're here, you have enough bow to actually make the crescendo to fortissimo. Is 1 and 2. Good, and then really use the bow. Get down low in the bow for the lift. Okay, everybody, please. So E flat clarinets. Looking for a little bit of wilder, crazier voice from you every time you come in. Could we do before 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, and we're going to start in the middle of the bar. 5 before 8, middle of the bar. Right there, between bassoons and E flat clarinets. Saucy. 1 and 2 and. I think the short note we need to vibrate. Okay, it's too clicked. Good. It started 8, please. That's actually 2 beats before 8, please. 2 beats before 8. I'll give 1, 2. 1, 2. I just asked for a lot of character for them. Da dee da yum da da, and I'm getting from you da dee da yum da da dee da yum da da. Okay, throw more energy into the middle of it. Just here, then we're going to jump to a spot in the last movement. Upbeat is. How about 3 upbeats to the 8? 8 is fine. 8 is fine. 3 and 4. 1. actually have to make sure you keep it rolling across. It shouldn't get slower when we do the triplets. I always have a little feeling, Shelley, that you know, you get brought in by the atmosphere, and then it like takes a little psychological work for me to like, no, come on, wake up, I need you to come in, all right? So can go with it, like enjoy the atmosphere of the piece, but actually, it has to be inviting coming from you, Alexander, okay? Great, horn. Very simple notes. I say they're solo in character, but as straightforward and dignified as you can on those. Great, let's do just please 3 bars before 10. 3 before 10. 2, 3. Magic. What do you have just there? Any of those bars? It's gotta put it right on top of them. That's what I'm assuming. Bassoon, that is such a beautiful line you have. I know it's only pianissimo. It mixes with the cello here. It's the most beautiful dreamlike character that you can give us. Okay. 10. One last time. Is 2, 3, and 4. Triplet. That's you. Obviously, that is your tune. I don't care if it says pianissimo. You've got to grab it from these guys. They were soloists. You guys are soloists too. Don't play so shy. Good. I need the lower cello and the harp to be much more connected throughout the 8 notes. Okay? It's across a wide expanse, but. And harp, can I actually ask you, you're not the metronome for this, you are also a breathing, flexible accompaniment. With a harp that beats and seems a little bit faster, that actually makes time for people who need to breathe as well, okay? Great. You know what? I am actually happy with the feeling we're getting around this movement. Let's jump to last movement, please. Number 12, for a little bit of a change of character. Last movement, number 12. Turbulent. Great. Can I have rather more savage from the brass? Yuck, yuck, the last note that it resolves to, okay? One more time. 12. Second time. Keep the low stuff just as savage as the other ones. Okay, we have 2 more bars of just super savage. 2 before 13. Low doesn't mean less. Is that a video game, Super Savage? We'll invent it. NYO, Super Savage is 2 before 13. But you're sort of right. We should have started 4 before 13, but I'm not. 2 before 13 is F. off actually with me or Marin or whoever is giving you a dum dum. Got to come out for the fermata, which is on silence, okay? 13, please. 13 is and. Out. Okay, I need more rhythm. Is 1, 2, 3, junk, da, da, da. I need good triplets thought beforehand, not fuzzy. Right from 14, please. 14 is. Boom. I just have those people, just the da 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 da, slow triplet people. Before 15, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now without me saying anything. Is. Good. It's pianissimo, but it's got to be clear. Rhythmic conviction. 14, last time please. 1, and boom. Vibrate beforehand. Great, great. Is that not the same thing to ask, right? Actually, I want the sound to come alive in the silence beforehand, so that at the point where it starts, I mean, it doesn't need to be like 5 bars beforehand, but enough beforehand so that the first sound that comes out is already a singing sound. Can I just have you guys trying that, please? Is fingerboard, yes, but with vibrato beforehand. Is 1 and. Good. And breathe with me, and vibrate. Is 1 and. Can you play it silently once? Don't move your right hand, just do this. Is 1 and 2. Good. Now with the bow. Is 1 and. Good. Thank you. Beautiful sound. Lovely. Let's do it right from there. 4 bars before 15. 4 before 15. Ready for your triplets? 4 before 15 is and. Could I have that pizzicato be ja boom with confidence down here, okay? It's just like a tree falling, all right? Da boom da da. I'll help you out a little more. 4 before 15 is. Nope, I go into 4, and I'm asked to, and it's there. Rah, rah. Don't land early on the 3rd beat, okay? I think you guys can come up a little bit more through the crescendo, to a more warm full sound, okay? Upbeat to 15, please. It's just a whole series of appoggiaturas. It's always the middle note that's the appoggiatura, okay? Is, and it's the 15 upbeat, is 1 and. More bow. Across, speed. horns. Good, good. Beautiful first violin. Very personal to you. So it's not a collective personal thing, but actually very personally done. Horns, you have pianissimo at 16. After 17, you have piano. Help us come to life a little bit more. Pom, pom. I know how awkward these things are or something like that, but it doesn't have to be quite as soft the first time. If you, no, the second time. The first time, if you can really smooth it, that would be great, okay? We didn't quite have one bar before 16. So let's do before 16, 1, 2, 3. 3 bars before 16. Violins, you can listen to the cello gliss bar and sort of imitate theirs. They have it 1 beat before you. 3 before 16, please. 1 and 2. Let's hear that cello. Just listen to it once. Cello, what's your gliss like? Is, at the beginning of that bar, is 1 and, so not before the second beat. The gliss is, same thing. And it should feel like you don't want to leave the top note. Da, da, but you have to get down to the low one, okay? It should feel like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to leave you, okay? Same thing is, the point is da, the release that goes down. The point is not da, not showing the gliss like that. The gliss is just a connection between the notes. Same thing is nicer, and then now you guys, same bar is. You're listening to that, and you don't have as far to go as but the same thing. A little release in the middle, and then so that the gliss is gentle, okay? Great, last time, up into 15. Upbeat to 15. 1 and across. Especially if the person who's getting it doesn't really believe it, but you repeat it because you want to make them understand. It's going to be so openly heartfelt, and whether or not they actually accept what it is you're saying, you've got to convince them. Before 18, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with upbeat. Basses, I want you to actually be the stars of the show, leading this whole thing at 16, but that is also that you've got to be flexible, hearing all the melodies over here, okay? Because it's really not metronomic there. Great. See, what did I say? Before 6 before 18, please, with upbeat is color second violin. Color sound second is and. Each of the upper notes is the beginning of a phrase that has other notes after it, okay? So it isn't all one thing. It's 5 or 6 little phrases. Great. Could we just do right before 19? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 7 bars, right? Is that where we're down? Dee-da. With your gross tone, which is not gross, it's just biggest tone, okay? 7 bars before 19. Put the violin up and put your shoulders down. 1 and 2. Because I can hear you not thinking triplets on the half note. I hear you, and then you go, da, da. Try and find it. 1, 2, 3, 1, cha, da, da, da. You triplet, think triplet right from the beginning. There's no doubles around to confuse you. That sounds like something. Yada, yada, da, yada, da, da, yada, da, 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 wee, as well. Be, ga, ga, ti, ga, da. And if we can actually move a little bit through, ye, ga, ti, ga, da. I know it's coming down there, but let's do something a little fancy with the timing of the accelerando that he writes just under the last 4 notes in the 4th bar before 19. We do it one last time, then we jump to another movement. That was 7 before 19. That sounds good. Shoulders down as they can be on that string. Okay, then violin up is 1 and 2. So much. I need more timpani. Right there. 3 before 19. Or actually, 4 before 19, please. 4 before 19 is and. 2, right? Da, da, ya. So when I move there, you have to resolve. Same thing. 3, 4 before 19 is and. Michael, this is one of these phrases that's like, if I play this as beautifully as possible, for me right now in this moment, maybe the world is a better place after it, okay? And violins are with you, but you're actually the leader. They'll start doing something in the middle, but it's just one of these beautiful closing horn things that has this capacity to it, okay, those notes. Celli, better, thank you for your triplet thinking. Let's do 19 last time. 19 last time. Yes. Celli, back celli. Dying. Misterioso. Guys, can that be more bell-like? You have oh. I know it's in piano, but it isn't it's oh. And you guys need to hear it because later on you have exactly the same kind of dynamics, okay? Clarinets right there, please, is And it's too gentle. It's not a bell yet. And can it be as much air as tongue? Same thing. And good. Good. Thanks. And you'll later on have exactly the same thing. Okay. Great. Can we go back to first movement, please? First movement. Can we do from, let's just do the very end first, okay? So, 31, please. 31 to the end. Oh yeah, I gotta do a little switcheroo thing. All set? 31, first movement. Grab it. Okay, it's fortissimo all the time, but the last one, we just gotta have that so in our system that each of the feels exactly right. Not bad. As we're coming down the last few bars before 33, don't lose tempo. Okay? Same thing, 31. Don't actually get stuck on bow change. Don't get stuck on bow changes. 31. Actually jowl shaking. Last three bars. I'll just throw one at you. If you have jowls, shake them. Do you guys? I do. And good, guys. And we're going to lose no time at the end. Back up a little bit earlier in the movement, please. To maybe 25 or something like that. Yeah. 25, please. Yum, pika-chim, chaka-chim. Our threaten theme. The melody here, upbeat, please. More marcato accent on the upbeat. Yum, bee, yum, ba, bum, bum. You guys, yeah, just to the upbeat to 26 is 1 and bum, great. Yum, bee, dum, bum, bee. Okay, it's the biggest, sunniest version of this particular theme. Great. Could we do one more time? Yeah, ba. Slow down, yeah, with me. Get heavier and heavier as with the slow down. 25. 1 and 2. Sound was good, was too early. Simple. Right from vorwärts drängend. Do you know where that is before 26? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 before 26. Yes. 1. What I'm going to do, but if you're not with me, won't matter who's conducting. Watch. It's going to be exaggeratedly something. I don't know what. Same spot. And just you guys, last bar before 26. If I'm still going this way, I'm going to give you something. It just hasn't arrived yet. When you get that, bong, ba, okay? 1 before 26, put a fermata on the downbeat for now, is in. That kind of contact will be fine. Last time, please, was it 6 before? 6 before 26. 1 and 2. My gesture comes before you. Don't play with my gesture. My gesture's the middle of the bar. 1 gesture, bong, bong. Not 1. Don't hit me on the thing. You're the 4th of it, okay? One more time. Am I making myself clear? Yeah. Jauntier and a little bit heavier bellied. Round marcato strokes, not da 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 do yoga da 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 da. Okay, tempo won't be on the front side here. Good, very nice. Could we start, please, at 28? 28. It's a good world. Yes, 28. Yeah. Levitating a little bit. Make sure joyously on the front side of the beat, 4 before 31. And violins after. Let's go back to really legato. After all this jaunty stuff, you know what that is? It's before 31, like about 8 bars or something. As long as you can without losing time, but really legato. Good. Upbeat to 30, please. Upbeat to 30. Yes. 1. very opening of the movement, please. And then we'll do some John Adams. And we actually do have the monitor today, is that right? Yes, excellent. So I will no longer cue you there, I will cue you there. Maya, are they ready? Good. Great. Let's do our night version of this. The 3:40 before birds. Not sure if the day is going to actually come. Could I just have you guys again? This is going to be a pitch issue which is not going to go away. It's really hard, and I need you actively trying to play this the best you possibly can every single time, okay? Now, oh yeah, we once had it good. That's not good enough. It's got to be as best possible in tune every time. And I know you worked on it in sectionals, but it's not okay to just sort of lose that here, okay? Can I just have you guys? 1 piccolo, 1 oboe, and 2 clarinets. 2, 3, and. That was better. Let's do it one more time. Legato. Can we have a piccolo leading the entrance? So Elias, sort of look over there, if possible. 2, 3. Good. Elias, you didn't move with her. Don't put any extra bobble in there. But the start was good. I know it's a little hard off the cross thing. I'm your connective tissue. 3. That's just the instrument not speaking, right? Not the intention. One more time. 2, 3. Next one, keep the pitch through the whole note. Next one is. Next one, sorry, only flutes, not your next one, the flutes one. Bar 5. 2, 3, and. Let's have English horn be the one that sort of cues, if it's possible. Don't, just a little gesture up, you and everybody off of her. 3, and. First note, please. 3, 4. Just English horn. 3, 4. Good. So somehow you're going to need to befriend that particular note on that particular instrument so that doesn't end up being something that you're worried about all too long, okay? We want these to be perfect. There are other people around. It just says the first thing about the symphony. This interval of the fourth has to just create the magic that comes after it, okay? It's the kind of thing where before the concert, just meet the 4 of you or something like that, check it one more time, pass around giving cues, make sure that it's just beautifully, beautifully in tune, okay? We do top, one more time. And actually start learning to handle the pressure, all right? I don't know if we're still Facebook Live, but even if we aren't, put the pressure on yourself now, because it's not going to get easier at concerts, okay? Night. Elias, can you blow on a few keys or something like that, and I'm going to give you one more shot to do it, okay? Because it is sort of normal that as soon as we say, all right, the pressure's on, actually our minds are really powerful, so I don't know how to do that. But to actually sort of pretending like the pressure is off doesn't help us, because somehow concerts end up being challenging, or this ends up being challenging. And we can feel that this is a moment of concentration for you, and if this part of the piece, like actually when comes after that, it's this sort of release of some of this pressure that is there in the darkest of night. One last time, okay? Think of a tempo. There is a tempo. It's not wordless, so timeless sound, okay? I'll express a tempo, and then come in exactly on the tempo. Lower bassoon a little bit more. Great. Oboes. Nice job, everybody. That was our best version yet. Congratulations. Please support them because actually how you're thinking about them and supporting them will help them or hurt them. Believe it or not, we can feel those kind of things. So if we're just sitting there like, whatever, oh, they're having trouble. Once this gets going and you've created your atmosphere, think along with them. They are the piece, and your thoughts can create great things. Oboe. It needs to be a scarier sound of the night. Like a cry in the night or a wail of some, I don't know, wolf or something. Okay? Good, clarinets. Can we start before 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bars before 1. 5 before 1. 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Can I have the second to last note, the B flat? It seemed like the piccolo might have been a little bit high, but I'm not 100% sure. The B flat is 1, 2. Can you two make sure you're in tune? Good. English horn. Good. It's a little on the droopy side with everybody else. Timing was good. I am finding that when I think yum, gum, 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 somehow that seems to help you. I don't know why that is. Can you join me in that? I'm not gonna, nobody's going to go doing this, but 1 and 2, and if your mind can think eighth note subdivisions, that gives you more confidence where you're actually going to come in rather than airiness and then blah, okay? Right at 1, please. So I'm going to go, think eighths in prep with me. Listen to this note. Good. This is espressivo, so it's no longer a sound of the night. You're a little bit of a song. Great. Why do you not move, Celli? It says piamoso. I beat quickly through that bar, and you get stuck on the other thing. Ba-da. It's got to move, okay? Good trumpets. Good trumpets, okay? Right from trumpets, one more time. Fifth bar of one. Fifth of one. We're starting right in your spot, okay? Fifth of one is. Mimoso. Legato celli. No rush on the triplet. Sing long on the triplet. Good. So somehow you're turning the page has to be part of the. It can't destroy the magic of that moment, right? So it isn't like I got out of this thing over and then as soon as it starts. Okay. This one thing is moving straight to you, the whole thing. So you're going to have to actually turn the page in the character of what you're about to play, right? So when you turn it, you're happily there to walk through the field and see the dew on the grass and eyebrows up kind of thing. Okay. Don't get stuck down. Good. So horn, one after the other. Let's, to the extent possible, don't be afraid of the first notes. You all got mutes on. Go ahead and play the first notes. Don't be like, all right, good trumpets. You know what? I think we need time on atoms through the end of rehearsal. So thank you for this totally public Mahler work. And let's switch over to atoms. Thank you very much. We've only done atoms.